You're looking for mobile phone numbers to do cold calling but can't find any at a reasonable price without yearly contracts? In this video I will show you a new and affordable way of finding them. Not only more economical and flexible for you, but also finding more and better mobile phone numbers than any other tool you've ever used, and that's a promise. My name is Roman, co-founder at BetterContact, and I've been working in the contact data space, email enrichment and mobile phone enrichment for over 2 years now. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. If you're like 95% of people in B2B cold calling, you're using only one of these tools: Apollo, Lusha, ZoomInfo, or one other. But the problem is that the average provider only finds 25 to 40% of actually valid mobile phone numbers. So even in the best scenario, 60% of these mobile phone numbers are not found or invalid. So if you want to reach out to 1,000 prospects in a campaign, and assuming the best case scenario of 40% valid mobile phone numbers found, you would need at least 2,500 prospects in your list. And let's face it, it's already hard enough to find actual good leads that match your ICP criteria. On top of that, you lose hours building lists on leads that you can't reach out to anyways, right? Because you don't have their mobile phone number. And at some points, you just don't have enough leads anymore, right? Because your TAM is saturated. And this means that you have to broaden your ICP criteria and will just have a trashy pipeline. So what's the solution to all of that? The solution is called Waterfall Enrichment. And what it basically deals with is how to find as many mobile phone numbers as possible with the highest quality as possible. But to say it beforehand, no provider actually finds 100% valid mobile phone numbers. And everyone that tells you so is just trying to scam you. Because some mobile phone numbers just can't be found. But Waterfall Enrichment is as maximized as it gets for both the quality as well as the coverage. So what does it do? It basically aggregates 20 plus data providers, the one that you already know, RocketReach, People Data Labs, Datagma, into one subscription and tries to find the best mobile phone number from each provider. It feels like using Apollo, Lusha or ZoomInfo with a similar interface, but in the end, you're connected to all of these in one tool. But before I show you how it works, please subscribe to this channel because I will keep posting more content on how you can absolutely crush outbound cold calling and cold emailing. So let's dive into on how Waterfall Enrichment actually works. As previously mentioned, it's connected to a lot of different data providers. Let's take an example. I want to find the mobile phone number of a sales manager working in a specific industry. How 99% of people would do it, they would take the LinkedIn URL or the name of the person and go to, let's say, Apollo. They put in the details of the person and would get a mobile phone number out, but unfortunately, it's not the right number. So they take the same lead, go to the next provider, let's say to Lusha, and the phone number is also found, but again, it's actually invalid. And then after the third provider, let's say ZoomInfo, the valid mobile phone number is found. To summarize, to find a single phone number, you do not only waste a lot of time finding as well as calling an invalid phone number, but you also need to pay 3 subscriptions and 3 times these providers for giving you an actually invalid phone number. In comparison, here's how this would look like with Waterfall Enrichment. First of all, just like when using Apollo, ZoomInfo or whatever, you would go to the interface or via CSV, API, whatever you prefer, and then you would put the details of the person. Now things are different because the profile is being analyzed and the optimal provider sequence is being matched to this person to find the best possible valid mobile phone number for you. It looks at characteristics such as the industry, the geography of the lead, and then it finds the perfect provider sequence because each provider has a different strength or weakness in a specific industry, geography, etc. In our case, the most optimal provider for this specific lead is People Data Labs. So People Data Labs is being requested and it actually pushes back a mobile phone number. So it's automatically being verified through different verification layers as well as scoring systems. And in this case, the mobile phone number is actually invalid because it has a low score and does not match to the person. Then the next providers are being requested. So this could be a lot of different ones. After that, the next providers are being requested. In this case, the second and the third provider unfortunately did not find any mobile phone number. Then the fourth provider, in this case RocketReach, is being requested. Again, the same procedure. In this case, RocketReach pushes back a mobile phone number it's being verified as well as scored, and then in this case RocketReach has found a valid mobile phone number. And the best thing is, only this valid phone number is being pushed to you. And you only get charged for this valid phone number because the Waterfall Enrichment provider bears the cost for the invalid ones. Going back to the way how it's usually done, you would get charged 3 times and get only 1 valid phone number out, and everything is bundled in one subscription. And another often overseen advantage is that you save a lot of time, right? Because you do not need to jump between different tools, you do not need to connect these tools with different APIs. To sum up, why should you use Waterfall Enrichment right now? Plus, there is a pretty big opportunity which you probably haven't thought of. One of the advantages is that the coverage is being maximized, right? Unlike single providers such as ZoomInfo or Apollo, you're not only tied to one single database, but you get access to all of these different databases, all bundled into one. Also, you get way better quality mobile phone numbers because these mobile phone numbers are being put through different verification layers as well as being scored. You do not waste time calling invalid mobile phone numbers. And number 3 is the cost efficiency. You don't get charged for any invalid data, you only pay for the valid data. And the best thing is that the invalid data cost is being absorbed by the Waterfall Enrichment provider. So only being charged for valid data is a good thing, right? Number 4 is time savings. You're saving a lot of time because you don't need to jump through different softwares, you do not need to upload different files or use different APIs which often break down. So saving time is one big advantage of using Waterfall Enrichment. And to be honest, to find actually good valid mobile phone numbers, you often need to commit to yearly contracts, and Waterfall Enrichment providers often offer you very flexible monthly contracts, so you do not need to commit to anything. And the big opportunity that I was talking about is that at least 95% of people are still sticking to only one vendor, such as Apollo, ZoomInfo, Lusha, whatsoever. And Waterfall Enrichment is very much unused, so because it's the next gen of contact data. In practice, this means if everyone, including your competitors, is using the same data sets, the same data providers, they all call the same people. But if you're using Waterfall Enrichment, which gives you access to untouched leads, meaning that these people do not have a mobile phone number which is often being found by other providers, you have access to untouched leads, which allows you to maximize your closing rate. I hope you made you as big as a fan of Waterfall Enrichment as I am, and we've onboarded already hundreds of large companies and large agencies which have been absolutely crushing outbound because they are able to reach out to people that other cannot, and especially their competitors, right? So they are able to really get access to untouched leads, save a lot of time, save a lot of money, and just have a better contact data enrichment experience. And if you want to try this new method out completely for free, I will leave a link in the description for a sign up to BetterContact. And this allows you to find mobile phone numbers for free without any commitment, no credit card needed whatsoever. This will allow you to stay ahead of your competition and just crush outbound. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos, and make sure to hit the subscribe button.